So we have seen how we can change a table data. The other aspect of this changing data table exercise is change table structure, where we are going to change the column definition or the column order or add or remove columns. This can be achieved by two approaches. One, of course, is the same old drop and recreate and reinsert approach. Apparently, this can be overkill. What if I just want to change one column from a smaller decimal precision to a larger precision, right? It won't make sense to drop and recreate and reinsert millions of rows just because I'm increasing the size. The other approach, which is more often used, is the outer table. Is the outer table statement. The outer table statement basically have two parts again. First up is a keyword outer table followed by table name. Then the second part is you either add or you drop, followed by a column definition. Or if it's a drop, then of course you don't need this. You don't need this data type. You just say drop certain column. Like if I'm adding discount with a data type, or I'm drop discount, both are fine. So this is simple, straightforward. You add a column or you drop a column, and by default, when you add, you are adding the table to the last column. Now, how about you change a column definition? In Postgres, the column change is a little bit tricky. It's a little bit less straightforward. Some database actually have a modify statement where you just say auto table modify column something, data type or constraint or unique, for example, but not in Postgres. In Postgres, you actually have three parts. First part, you have to say auto table name, specifying which table it is. Then you will do an outer column name. And then you will define, you are changing the type to decimal 82. So this is how you change a column data type. What if you want to change constraint like uniqueness? Then you will have to, if you want to change the column constraint, you need to specify a constraint name. You will need to say auto table, some table, add constraint, unique on some column, unique column parenthesis, or you will drop that constraint name. That's how you do it. So it's less straightforward, but you need to specify this is a constraint that you need to work through. You'll work on the constraint instead of directly working on table. Now, we already learned drop, delete, alter. What are the differences of these? So first of all, drop is removing the whole table. So it's very simple and straightforward. Drop table, some table name. There's no column list nowhere because you're dropping the whole table. It doesn't matter what column list you have. It doesn't matter what data you have. So it doesn't matter. So it makes no sense to add a where to it. You are dropping everything, right? Now delete removes rows, but the table is still there. After delete, even if you delete without where clause, the table still exists, just that the table is empty. All the structure, all the definition is still there. And also delete is performed on rows. So there's no need to specify the column list. Why? Because if you do a delete, you are keeping all the table structures. It's only on rows, the table structure will remain the same. So there's no change of the column. So you don't need to specify any column list or any column name, but you do have a where clause, because then you need to filter out what rows should you apply this delete to. So no column list, but have where for delete, because delete is working on rows. Outer table drop removes the column. So it's working on each column. So you will have a column name in this drop. It will be outer table, some table, drop column. but there will be nowhere because this is applied to every row, to all the rows. All the rows will be impacted. Once you use auto table drop to remove a column, all rows this column will be removed from all columns, all rows. There's no exception. Now let's also compare alter, add, and the select as. Select as is used to return calculated field, but the table does not change. It just gives you a result. It just gives you a result. You are selecting something as something. It's giving you a result, and this result is not persistent, it's not permanent. Once you finish running the select, the data set is returned to you, it's gone, it's not stored anywhere. But alter add, on the contrary, is that you're changing the table. You're actually adding a table, adding a column to the table. So that's the difference between alter, add, and the select as.